The blow by in Game 2 in 2013 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Here comes George, got the step and stuffs. What a move! It counts in the foul.
We are seeing a superstar in the making here with Paul George.
The blow by of
Still
LeBron
awesome.
and the dunk on Birdman. I feel like it's not often. There's maybe series, there's maybe games where someone burst into superstardom. For you, it felt like a moment. It felt like a singular event. Did you feel that at the time?
I felt it. Because the whole lead up, we had got past, I think Melo played well that series. And then now it was, the matchup against Bron. And I felt good. I felt great about it. I felt like, I've worked my way up into this moment. I'm playing against the best. And then this is just a measuring stick. Like, where do I match up against this guy? And yeah, man, I honestly felt like I was one of them ones. I was on my way. I was ready for that matchup. I was ready. I was ready to take that leap. We were playing well. And it was just like it just felt like it was our time. It was our time to finally turn the corner.
You averaged basically 26 and 5 on 47, 44 shooting splits. You were actually better the following year. You guys lost in 6 the next year. 24, 11 rebounds, 5 assists on 45, 40 splits. Like, that was obviously pre-injury, but those Heat teams specifically with Bron and D Wade and Bosh, can you just describe the challenge of beating them? Because you guys had leads in those series. The challenge of beating LeBron 4 times in a playoff series.
Yeah, well, when you brought up Roy, that was the toughest thing for us was when they put Chris Bosh at the 5. That changed the whole landscape when we matched up against Miami, because now Roy couldn't stay in the paint and Roy had to come out on the perimeter because of Chris Bosh. And Chris was shooting the shit out of it. Like, he was cash from 3. And it really made it tough. Like, and it was a mental knock to Roy that we couldn't put him on the floor sometimes. And Roy's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm, a defensive player candidate. Like, what do you mean I can't be on the floor? But it was so tough because they spread us out. They had a 5 out with Chris Bosh sitting at the top of the key. And so that was just him. And then you got Bron, best player in the world at that point. It just, we know what Bron is. D Wade was struggling early, but then he figured it out. He became himself later in that series. It was honestly, it got to, we hit the fork in the road where we went up against a team that was more talented and just better than us. You know what I mean? Like, our talent took us so far that, we were outmatched at that point.
We hope you had fun with us today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button.